Alright boys, welcome to JJDL Week 2 against Leo. That you can check out in the top right hand corner. If you missed the team builder, you can check that one out in the top right hand corner as well. Unfortunately, we lost week 1. We're back, we're gonna try to bounce back. So out of what we expected and what we didn't expect, there's no Shaman, which is great news for us, and instead we see Zora Kasui, and he's Terra Fairy Lycanroc. So Terra Fairy Lycanroc is a good bring. He definitely saw that he was a little bit weak to our Raikou, so we wanted to do something about that. Our Raging Bolt, obviously. We're just going to lead Raging Bolt here. We're going to try to do as much damage as possible immediately. We're going to immediately either go for that DRACO or go for that Volt Switch. If he leads Lycanroc, it might be a little bit tough to pick what move we go for, but probably just go for a Volt Switch, to be completely honest. I didn't expect Terra Fairy. That's a good bring. Have fun, Leo. The name of the game is going to be trying to win with Ursaluna Blood Moon, overwhelm him and win in the end, and no Shaman does make that possible. So we're going to see the Lycanroc Dusk. So this is a little bit tough because of the fact that he could potentially be the Hisuian Zoroark. But even if he's not, Thunderbolt potentially kills him. He should never kill me unless he is banded, and even then it's a roll. So I like my chances here to just go for a Thunderbolt. To be completely honest, don't even think I have to get my Terra off. I don't think it really does me anything. You could go for a Drill Run, I suppose. It doesn't matter. I do like my, I just do like just going for a Thunderbolt here, so that's what we're going to do. He's going to switch out here, and we're going to see him go into Clodsire. That's fine. I mean, with a Terra DRACO, we do some damage to this boy. We do some damage. So we're going to Terra, and we're just going to DRACO Meteor here. Terra Dragon, Booster Energy, Modest. We're going to do so much damage. The only bad situation right now would be is if he just raw recovers. But I do anticipate him to get a T-Spike up. More than likely. So we are going to get our Terra off here. We are going to be Terra'd. And we're just going to go for this DRACO. We're going to drop one. And we're going to see him take. Is it going to be Fizz Def or Spud Def? I expect Spud Def. It is going to be Spud Def. Does he recover now is the question. He goes for Rocks. Okay, so Rocks aren't that big of a deal into me. Rocks are actually, out of all of the hazards on his side of the field, that's the one that I would have liked to see the most. So I'm fine with that. So we're going to see Stealth Rock. And he is Black Sludge. So do I go for the Volt Switch? Or do I go for the DRACO and get the KO? I mean, I'm just going to go for the DRACO because nothing he does really scares me. If he goes Azu, I Volt Switch the following turn. So I'm fine with this. We're going to DRACO. We should just pick off this Pokemon unless he's Water Absorb, which I don't really anticipate. He is Water Absorb, actually, which is great news for my Ursaluna. So we failed to pick up the KO. I wish I was Taunt on this set now, I guess. But we see two of his moves. So I think I like going into my Mew, getting my own rocks up, and then U-turning into, I guess, just potentially Raikou again. I don't really break this all the best, to be completely honest with you. But I do think I like going hard Mew. I don't think there's really a downside to going hard Mew. If he Toxics, that's fine. Mew's the most expendable member. I can't give any chip on hands, and Rillaboom doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'm going to go Mew. I am a little surprised to see Water Absorb. I guess it makes sense for the Blastoise, but I thought Unaware just made more sense to cover both. But we'll see what he goes for here. He's just going to go for Toxic. That's fine. Like I said, Mew is the one mon that I am absolutely fine with being Toxic. And then right here, what we're going to do, we're just going to get our rocks up. We're going to force him to defog, potentially, if he has it on Corviknight, and if not, then that is fine by me. So we're going to get Toxic off here. We could also go for the Will-O-Wisp. I think the Will-O-Wisp is also a really good play. But I really do value my rocks, potentially breaking any sashes in the back. So that's what we're going to go for. So he's going to switch out. Does he go Corviknight? Should I have Will-O-Wisped? Oh, that's definitely Roaring Moon, right? That's definitely Roaring Moon. So this is fine. He's not Booster, so he's more than likely going to be banded, and he's probably going to click U-turn here. Would be my guess. I think either way, my best play is going to be to go for the Will-O-Wisp. Because from this range after Rocks, we don't live a knockoff anyway. Do we? Let me check. No, this range we don't live a knockoff anyway after Rocks. I think Will-O-Wisp is just my best play overall. U-turn's going to do a ton of damage, but we're going to be able to get a burn on whatever wants to come in. U-turn has a chance to even KO us. I think just getting a last-ditch Willow off if he does U-turn is fine. He is actually going to go for the knockoff, so we're going to get the burn on this Pokemon, which is going to be massive. Yeah, wow, he's not banded. So knockoff, not banned, not booster. And we're going to get the Willow off. So, not banned, not booster. And I think we should die to whatever he wants to go for now. But on the off chance we don't, I mean, I could go into Iron Hands to punish this thing switch as it U-turns and use this Mew as sack fodder. How much HP are we at? 43 out of 357. We're at exactly 12, so we should die to rocks. I mean, I like the hands play. I think the hands play is really good. It punishes a potential U-turn here and gets this thing a little bit more chip. But now that this thing is burned, I can also just play a lot more freely with the hands. Lycanroc obviously has Fairy, so it's going to be a little bit problematic. I don't necessarily want to let that in. It might just be time to let the Mew go down. But also, I could save the Mew. I think I'm going to save the Mew. Because I'll be able to tell if something is the Zoroark or not. I'll be able to scout if something is the Zoroark. I wish we just play rough, but I really anticipated the U-turn. And I don't think Willow is a bad play by any means. So we're actually going to see Earthquake now. So he is going to be Earthquake and not Stomping. Fine by me. Because that did nothing. And we'll be able to get a Swords Dance off here. And there's not a whole lot that can stop us at this point. If he wants to Earthquake again, great. We'll Drain Punch the following turn. If he wants to sack Clodsire, great. We'll Ice Punch the following turn. If he wants to go Corviknight, we'll Thunder Punch. Yeah, Iron Hands is in such a good spot now. So, knowing he's Earthquake as well is really good for our Rillaboom in the back. So, Earthquake knockoff. He's going to be burned. He actually is going to go for a knockoff here. So, he's going to be burned. And he's going to take another 16. So, he's going to be at what? Let's see. 6, 12, 88. He's going to be at what? 72? And he's going to be at 66 now. So that's fine. Iron Hands is in such a fantastic position now. We're just going to go for the Drain Punch. We're going to try to do a ton of damage to something. If he wants to go hard into the Azu, that's fine by me. I mean, we're going to do about 40% to a max HP Azu. If he's no HP, it's a 2-hit KO with Drain Punch. Potentially. He's going to switch out here into potentially the Azu is what I would expect. No, that's Lycanroc, potentially. Or Zoroark, probably. Zoroark? Yeah, it's going to be Zoroark. Okay. So Zoroark is disguised as Lycanroc. So a Specs Hyper Voice can KO me from this range, and I would like to keep Iron Hands healthy because we can put ourselves in actually a really good spot very often with this Iron Hands against Corviknight, against Roaring Moon specifically. So I actually like keeping this around. It might be in my best interest right now to sack off the Mew, see what he wants to lock into potentially, and then play around it that way. Because I don't necessarily want to get chip on anything. We're going Mew. This is actually exactly kind of what I wanted Mew for. We can see what he's packing. Is he physical special? Would he go for the U-turn? Is he just going to go for the Hyper Voice? Does he potentially click Hyper Beam? A lot of options here. We'll see. And he's at 88, so Sash broke potentially. He goes for the Hyper Voice. Okay. So if he was Specs, that was a high roll to KO me. So I can go into a couple of different things now. He didn't bring any real counterplay to Ooh-Oohs. I can go Ooh-Ooh. And then U-turn on the Corviknight. Let me see. Let me see how much Raging Bolt takes, actually. I might be able to pick off a KO here with Raging Bolt. I can go into Raging Bolt. I can Draco. And there's not a whole lot that he can do to counter this. He can go into Azu, but I can Volt Switch on that the following turn. And if he goes Clodsire, I think it was in range of 2. So I think this is a good play. He's not going to, though. He's going to go Clodsire. This should die to 2. As far as I'm aware. No, he's going to stack Roaring Moon. So he's not going to let my hands get set up in the face of this Roaring Moon anymore. Which is fine, but Raging Bolt's going to claim one. So goodbye, Roaring Moon. Goodbye, Roaring Moon. So, that's... yeah, he's going to go into Clodsire here. Oh no, he's going to go into the actual Lycanroc. My fault. I keep forgetting all of these things' names. So he's Terra Fairy. Does Terra Fairy kill me from this range, and how much do I do in return? So a Life Orb hit could kill me from this range on the absolute max roll. 2 max rolls. I think Volt Switching out is probably just my play. Do as much damage as possible to this Pokemon and get into a position where I can go into Rillaboom. I think is probably my best play here. Because I don't really have a Pokemon that wants to switch in here. So he's going to get that Terra off. He's going to go ahead and Terra Fairy. Probably going to Terra Blast us. If he's Banded, he kills us. If he's Life Orb, he has to hit the absolute max roll. But then we'll be able to see these Life Orb. Raging Bolt has a lot of use left. Don't get me wrong. Oh, Play Rough. This actually is going to kill us. If he's Life Orb. Is he Life Orb? Why did I not think of Play Rough? I mean, I think my play was still the same. I don't think I had to switch in. But you did good, Raging Bolt. Life Orb Abandoned. Life Orb. Okay. So I can go into a couple of different things. Not really. I kind of have to go into Rillaboom. I think. I have to go Rillaboom now. Lycanroc can't OHKO me from here. I have a couple of options. I can knock off the incoming Corviknight. I could just U-turn on the incoming Corviknight as well, which I think is a little bit better. And then I go Ursaluna. Is it time to pop Ursaluna? It very well could be. I just don't like that Zoroark still being around. I do think my play is U-turning regardless on the Corviknight, and I could just go Hands. And Hands gives me a free Thunder Punch. Yeah, he goes Corviknight here. He's probably going to be Rocky. It's going to be 88. And he is going to be Pressure, which makes a lot of sense here. We get the U-turn off. Are we going to see the Rocky? We are going to see the Rocky. And I mean, we go Hands. I don't want to pop the Ursaluna too early. I don't think it's time to pop the Ursaluna with that Zoroark still sitting there. So in comes this Pokemon. And we can just play Reckless with this. Corviknight should always be faster than us. I mean, we can get off a mean Thunder Punch here and do a ton of damage. He shouldn't be defensive, in my opinion. I think he should most certainly be especially defensive, so Thunder Punch does like 60%. I could also just Sword Stance, but I really want to get this damage off. And if he goes I mean, maybe Sword Stance is just my best play. But he could also very safely go into Zoroark Hisui, right? On the Thunder Punch. Not so safely, actually. Yeah, I think I play Sword Stance here and see what he wants to go for. Yeah, he's going to U-turn. And we'll see what he goes into here. I think it should be Clodsire at this point. I think it should be Clodsire. Nothing else wants to take a hit. You don't go Azu because I have Thunder Punch. You don't want to take that hit. That is Clodsire, I think. Correct. Yes. Okay. Hello, Clodsire. Right? Was that Clodsire? I mean, it has Black Sludge, so I guess we'll see at the end of the turn or not. I didn't check the rocks damage. But he's not unaware, so we should just pick off a KO here. Yeah, it is Clodsire. So we should pick off a KO here with Ice Punch. Or we could call it and just go for the Drain Punch since he doesn't really scare me. But what is that calling? I think I just go for the Ice Punch to pick up the KO. Yeah, we're going to pick up the KO on Clodsire here. We're not going to overthink it. Down goes Clodsire. I mean, Uncle Mike is in a really good spot, to be completely honest with you, because now it's out of range of the Zoroark. Is it out of range of the Lycanroc, though? So he goes back into the Terra Lycanroc Dusk. What were we at? Yeah, it looks like we're out of range. It looks like we're out of range, and do I value trading this? Because my Ursaluna should be able to beat that Corviknight. I mean, I don't know if I value trading this, actually. Looking at it a little bit further. But I don't have a switch in either. I mean, Jugu kind of sucks. Maybe I've been hanging on to Jugu a little bit too long, maybe. I mean, Ursaluna and Grassy Terrain choose, but I don't want to proc that. I think I just go for the KO here. This Pokemon really isn't fun for me. Iron Hand should always be able to live this. We should always live this. Always, always, always. Why did we not live that? Why did we not live that? What am I missing? Terra Fairy, Play Rough. Life Orb. Like, unless he's adamant, he had to get the #1 max roll. I guess I go Ursaluna now and proc it, right? I guess so. I don't really have another play at this point. We go Ursaluna. We proc the Grassy Seed. I guess we'll throw off a Calm Mind. Yeah, I have no idea why Iron Hands died there. Unless he's adamant, but I don't think adamant makes sense in this matchup, right? I mean, we throw off a Calm Mind. We throw off a Calm Mind, and if he close combats, I think we lose the game. Unfortunately. We've only seen Play Rough so far. I mean, he should just go Corviknight. He doesn't know what set I am at all. He should just go Corviknight. He is just going to close combat! Man. I mean, can I go Rillaboom? Can Rillaboom live close combat into Accelerock? It cannot. I guess I go McClain. Sack McClain. Good lord. I mean, maybe he's got to be adamant, I guess, right? 329 to 55. 274. I'm actually very curious. 274. I mean, that's a max roll on Jolly. So he very well could just be getting max rolls. Dark Pulse, it didn't really matter. I go Rillaboom. I U-turn into Ursaluna, I Moonlight. I mean, at this point, he could just attack me as well. And that would be a fine play. I might just glide into knockoff on the Corviknight, actually. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glide in case he... No, he wants to save it. He's going to go into Corviknight here. I'm going to knock off the following turn. He's going to be at like 50, so at least we can get this knockoff off, right? He should roost. I knock off. Goodbye, Rocky Helmet. We're still not in range of Lycanroc Dusk yet. He is just going to go for the roost. Now, I'm going to U-turn, I guess. I'm going to U-turn out into Ursaluna. I mean, U-turn's a good play by him. I can't really do anything. I'm kind of put in a spot now where it's just... I can't do a whole lot, unfortunately. Oh, he Brave Birds. Okay. We live. We should be faster, so we get a Moonlight off at the very least. Yeah, we get a Moonlight off extremely fast. Hopefully he just Brave Birds again. He U-turns, the game's over. He's just gonna Brave Bird again. Okay. So there's gonna be a game here still. I mean, I just have to get as literally just as healthy as possible. Right? Yeah. I just have to get literally just as healthy as possible. And even then, Lycanroc probably KOs me. Yeah, he just U-turns, he goes Lycanroc, and I think the game is over. Yeah, there is 312. No possible roll we ever live this. So we die. Goodbye, Ursaluna. And we go into Rillaboom, and he goes Corviknight, and the game's over. I was caught off guard by a lot of stuff brought. I think that's why I played so... I don't even think I played poorly. I just think my opponent played better than I did, to be completely honest. I don't think I played poorly. I do think if he wasn't adamant Lycanroc, he had to get the absolute max roll to KO my Iron Hands, and I think that was completely game-changing if he did get that. If he was adamant, then... What was it, like a 50-50, I'm going to assume? Or was that 373? 373. It was a 50-50 roll if he was adamant. So, alright, our Rillaboom's going to go down. Good game to Leo. Be sure to check him and all the other JJDL coaches out down below. Next week, we'll play the Kippy, and we made a lot of transactions with the team, so be on the lookout for that transaction video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And for now, guys, this has been John Jr. signing off.